This is the MetaQuest 3 and this is the MetaQuest 2. You may be wondering what's the difference between both of these headsets and is the 3 actually worth it? Well, I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja and today, let's talk about it. This video is sponsored by Meta, but all opinions are my own. The MetaQuest 3 came out a few months ago, but now we're starting to see some very impressive games, and older games are now getting updated for the new headset with better graphics or added pass-through mode. So the initial design is pretty similar when looking at both, but when looking at the 3, there's a lot more going on with it. And we'll talk about these cameras in the front a little bit later, but the 3 is also designed to be more comfortable. I could easily wear this headset for a few hours without any fatigue, where the 2 at times started to feel a little bit heavy and also my face would sweat. It's also easier to adjust the lenses to ensure your eyes are in the right spot. And you actually adjust this pretty easily with this little dial at the bottom that you just spin. The Quest 3 is also 40% slimmer. So there's a lot of enhancements that makes the 3 much more refined compared to the 2. It also has more than double the graphics performance with an upgraded Snapdragon chip and still has the same battery life. So if you're keeping track at home, it's smaller, it's lighter, it performs better, and also has the same battery life. So one of the big features about the Quest 3 are these little cameras in the front, and let's talk about them. So these little cameras are designed to allow you to see your environment in an augmented reality. So it's not full VR all the time, it is AR too. So in a game like First Encounters, as you see, I'm fighting off these little puffy balls as they break through my walls and ceilings, and they're interacting with my real world, and I can see that using this headset. This is not available on the Quest 2 since it doesn't have these cameras on the outside. The Quest 3 also has 4K resolution, so those games, those movies, and anything will look a lot better in 4K. It's also extremely sharp too, so as you see here where I'm grabbing the screen and I'm moving it closer, you can see all the fine details with that higher resolution. Playing a game like 11 VR Table Tennis, the environment is so crisp, the physics are so real, it feels close to a real game of ping pong. Now, I grew up playing ping pong. I no longer have a table, but growing up playing ping pong, I know what ping pong feels like when you're playing it. And this does feel like the real thing. I could put spin on the ball. I could spike the ball. I guess the point I'm getting at is when you're doing VR, and especially you have good graphics, you truly immerse yourself in the environment. And it can turn a sport that is tough to emulate in a video game into something that feels like the real thing. And same could be said for Golf Plus. I can hit fades, I can hit draws, and my terrible short game shows up when playing Golf Plus. When you add in 4K resolution, it feels like you're actually out there with the boys on a Saturday morning. So yeah, the Quest 3 is a big upgrade under the hood, and performance is one of the main things, but also the augmented reality really makes this feel like a different device. I can't get over shooting holes in my wall. It's such a cool thing, and how the paint splashes on objects that are in the background and the wall breaks and it lands on different objects. None of this stuff could have happened on the Quest 2. And that is what I'm talking about when I talk about AR versus just pure VR. There is a big difference. The games on the Quest 3 also run better when optimized for Quest 3. The headset is 120 Hz, so seeing a game running at that full speed like Beat Saber, Population 1, and also Vader, they all can run on 120 Hz without an issue. And the funny thing to say about VR is this is the worst VR will ever be because it gets better all the time. There's always another game pushing the envelope, and then you have new hardware like the Quest 3. There's always something making VR better, and it continues to get better. I bet by summer we'll see even more titles as some of the new ones are popping up like Assassin's Creed and Asgard Wrath 2, which actually is available for free with the 128GB version of the Quest 3. I didn't get a chance to get far in those games yet, but so far Assassin's Creed is looking great. And this might be the best VR game that I've ever played. It's $500 for the 128GB Quest 3, and if you want the Quest 2, you can still pick it up for $249, so it's half price. But if you take gaming seriously, in my opinion, I think the Quest 3 is bar none a lot better when you mix in that AR environment too, which really makes this device feel pretty different. Of course, you still have options, and I'm here to tell you about the options and also give you my personal opinion. Thank you so much for watching this video. Happy holidays. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.